Hey guys, it's great to be back with you all again today. We're going to be talking about data all this week pretty much. So let's go ahead and look at the specific skill we're going to be talking about. And it is 3.8a. It's summarize a data set with multiple categories using frequency tables, dot plots, pictographs, or bar graphs with scaled intervals. And the I can statement is I can understand data from different types of graphs. Go over here and look at this anchor chart, and we'll talk about some of the vocabulary that we need to know. We said frequency tables. We usually use tally marks to collect data, and then we write the frequency right here in the next column, and that's a frequency table. This pictograph right here, important thing about pictograph is looking at the key right here. The key is going to represent what each picture represents in the picture. So one heart would represent 4 students. And then you have also with pictographs, a lot of times you'll have half of a picture. So half a picture will represent what, half of what a whole picture is. So in this case, the half a heart would represent 2 students. Keys are important in pictographs. Next thing we're talking about is bar graphs. Okay, bar graphs, we use bars to represent the data. And the important thing on a bar graphs is the scale. Pay attention to the scale. And on this particular bar graph, the scale, each interval would represent two people's votes. And then we have dot plots. On dot plots, typically each dot's going to represent a person's vote. So if you count for this one, you could count how many dots are total, and that represent how many people have voted altogether. So next we're going to have watch a video. One of Aaron's videos, 5-minute math videos about the 3.8a, and it's going to be one of the STAAR test questions. So let's get ready and watch that video.
At the 3rd grade concept of representing data, this is standard 3.8a in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 22 off the 2019 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and then we will look at our answers together. So we have a pretty interesting problem here where we have the school keeps boxes based on color in a room, and we need to match this table to 3 out of the 4 representations. Our correct answer is going to be the one that does not represent, so the one that does not work. And these answer selections look a little bit strange. I had to rearrange it a little bit on the screen so it would fit in landscape mode. So that's why this F is over here to the right. I just wanted it to fit. So we have 2 pictographs. We'll start with those first. So our pictographs right here, this is G and J. These are our 2 pictographs. We'll start with those first. And it's probably going to be one of these. Maybe we can get 2 pictographs to work, but I'm wondering if we'll get both of these to be correct. Our key is key. The key is key. That's what you always remember with pictograph. Each of those little representations of that little box represent something larger. So let's start with G. This little box right here equals 12 boxes. So really I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes. So really it's 4 times 12. So if I know my 12s, that's good. So that's going to be 48, which works because there are 48 white. And we're going to do it just like that. So I've got 2 times 12 here. That's going to be 24. That works because I've got 24 there. And I've got 3, let's see, this is going to be a 2-parter, so I'm going to do 3 times 12. So that's going to be 36. But then I've got a little half of one, so I need to do half of 12. So half of 12, let's see, what plus what makes 12? On my doubles facts, I learned that in 1st grade. There we go, 6. So 6 is half of 12. So let me add another 6 to that. So 36 plus 6, and guess what we get? 42. And that actually works. So this little half symbol, you always have to just do half of whatever the key says it is. And then finally, I've got 1 times 12. That's going to be 12. Then I've got another half, but now we know that's 6. So we're going to add 6, and we've got 18. So guess what? This is 100% correct, which means G is not the answer. Remember, we're looking for the one that says which one does not work. So let's go over to J. Now, this has a different one. It's got groups of 6, so it's going to be a little bit easier. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've got 8 times 6. That's going to be 48. So that's a check. That works. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 6. That's going to be 24. That also works. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 groups of 6. That's 42. That works. Maybe this one will work. 1, 2, 3. 3 times 6. That's 18. So look at these. Both of these pictographs work, and they look completely different. So I was wrong in my guess, and it's because our keys are different. So let's switch over to this tally chart here. Tally charts are pretty simple. In F, we're just looking at groups of 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 48. So that is good. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, and then add 4, 24, and that looks good. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 42, that looks good. 5, 10, 15, 18. All right, so guess what? F is also correct. So let's hope it is H. H, we have a scaled interval. So it's not counting by ones, it's counting by eights on our scale on the bottom, and then sometimes it goes to that middle line right here. So this one is 48. It goes straight down to that 48 line, and that's easy. So that is good. Yellow, look at yellow, goes straight down to 24. That's easy. That's correct. Blue, let's see. In between, we've got 40 and 48. So in between 40 and 48 is going to be 44, and it's a little bit past that. So it's actually going to be 46, and that is going to be our incorrect answer. Red is also incorrect, so our answer is H.
How many books have you read this month, Moby? I'm making a pictograph that shows how many books people read. Let's see. You read 2 books. What is a pictograph? A pictograph is a graph that organizes and shows information using pictures. The title tells you what the pictograph is about. This graph shows how many books people read. The labels show the names of people and the number of books each person read. This is the key. No, not that kind of key. The key explains what each picture stands for. According to this key, 1 star on the graph stands for 1 book. Count the stars to find out how many books each person read. I read 1, 2, 3 books. Becca read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books. Becca is a bookworm. Here's a pictograph that shows people's favorite subjects. What subject do people like best? Each pencil stands for 1 vote. Math got the most votes. 8 people said it was their favorite subject. Which subject got 3 votes? Right, Moby. Social studies got 3 votes. This pictograph shows people's favorite color. Each paintbrush stands for 2 votes. How many people like blue? You can skip count the pictures by 2 to count the votes. 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 people chose blue as their favorite color. How many people chose green as their favorite color? There's half a paintbrush there. Since a whole paintbrush stands for 2 votes, half a paintbrush must stand for 1 vote. So 1 person chose green as their favorite color. Cool, it's lunchtime. How can you make a pictograph? I'm starving. Should I get an apple or a pear? Which fruit do you like best? Let's take a survey about what type of fruit people like best. A survey is a list of questions used to collect information or opinions. You like bananas the best. So do a lot of other kids. You can record information from your survey into a tally chart. You organize tally marks into groups of 5 so they're easier to count. There are 5, 10, 15 tally marks. How many people like pears the best? Start with 5, then count on 2, 6, 7. 7 people like pears the best. You can use information from the tally chart to make a pictograph. First, draw a chart with 2 columns. Write the title and write the choices on the left. Then, create your key and pick a simple picture to stand for your votes. I'm going to use a smiley face. 1 smiley face will stand for 1 vote. Then, I fill in the pictograph. Since 10 people voted for apples, I draw 10 smiley faces in the graph. 7 people liked pears, so I draw 7 smiley faces in the graph. 2 people voted for grapes. 6 people voted for bananas. Pictographs help organize and show data or information so you can understand it better. Which fruit got the most votes? Apple. How many more votes did pears get than grapes? 5 more people voted for pears than grapes. You can also show the same information in a different way. Whoa, Moby, that's a lot of fruit. Are you going to share?
Okay, question number 2 says the graph shows the type and number of trees that were sold at a tree farm last week. So the title of the pictograph is Trees Sold, and we have pine, elm, cypress, and oak trees. We also have a key here. The key says that each picture of a tree represents 2 trees. So whenever we have a pictograph or any type of graph, it's always important to interpret and see what each of the data represents. So we'll go through here and figure out what this represents. So how many pine trees are sold? Okay, we'll check that. It says that each picture represents 2, so I skip count by 2s. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So 18 pine trees are sold. How many elm trees are sold? Okay, I skip count by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8. Except I have a half a tree, and a half a tree would represent 1. So that would be 9. Let me double check. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 1 more is 9. So 9 elm trees are sold. How many cypress trees are sold? Okay, we'll skip count. We'll check it out. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So 14 cypress trees are sold. And how many oak trees are sold? Okay, I can kind of look here. I'm going to cheat a little bit. I see that just really 1 more oak tree was sold than cypress trees, so that would be 15. So now I'll go down here and look at my questions. A, Mr. Skies bought all the pine trees except 3. How many pine trees did Mr. Sky buy? Okay, so if he bought all of them except for 3, I would just do 18 minus 3. And 18 minus 3 is 15. So answer choice C. B, which shows the total number of elm, cypress, and oak trees that were sold last week. So that sounds like I need to add up the elm, cypress, and oak, which is 9, 14, and 15. So I'll do this addition sentence right here. So 15 plus 14 plus 9. What is 15 plus 14 plus 9? Okay, I know 5 plus 4 is 9, and then 9 plus 9 would be 18. Regroup over there. And then I have 3 at once, so that'd be 38 trees were sold. That'd be answer choice H. Okay, it's time to complete your independent practice. I'll put a PDF down there that you can print out and do your independent practice that way. But make sure you do the blue puzzle piece with today's date on it. Take your time, do your very best. This is what we look at to see if you understand the material. And if you have any questions about anything or something doesn't seem like it's working like it's supposed to, please send your teacher an email or send them a message in Schoology. Remember, take your time, do your very best, and best of luck to you.